Hey friends, welcome back to Gang Grit Sports. It's George Conrad, and this is our Monday Fullcast. It's November the 3rd, and we got a lot to talk about, so we're going to jump right into it. Saturday night, the Dodgers, in dramatic fashion, finished up their back-to-back World Series titles. That's not the biggest news. I mean, it was great. The whole World Series, I thought, was pretty darn great. Went to extra innings in the deciding Game 7, but here's the deal. Yoshinobu Yamamoto, had to say his name carefully there. Boy, I'll tell you what, talk about a gritty performance. This guy, he's 27 years old. He's been in the American big leagues for 2 years. He has 2 World Series rings now, obviously both with the Dodgers. Last year in 2024, he started Game 2, went 6 2/3 innings, gave up a run, gave up 4 hits, and won the game. And, of course, the Dodgers went on to win the World Series against the Yankees last year. This year against the Blue Jays, he started Game 2 in Toronto. Dodgers down 1-0, did nothing more than have a complete game. He gave up a run, he gave up 5 hits, but he shut them down otherwise, and the Dodgers won Game 2 to even up the series. Fast forward to Game 6 Friday night. The Dodgers are on the brink of elimination. They're down 3-2. They're back in Toronto again, and Yamamoto's back on the mound. He gave him 6 strong. He gave up 1 run again, gave up 4 hits this time, or maybe it was 4 hits on Tuesday or in Game 2 and 5 hits on Game 6. One or the other, but anyways, the point is the guy just fired his butt off. The Dodgers, of course, they won Game 6 to force the deciding Game 7. And that kind of went back and forth. The Jays, they held a lead going into the end of the game. And the Dodgers came back and tied it. Max Muncy with a homer. Will Smith with what was the deciding home run in the 11th inning. But Yamamoto came in, pitched the last 2 2/3 one night after pitching 6 innings in Game 6, and he got win number 3. So he was named the World Series MVP, and well-deserved. I mean, Ohtani had a great series. Will Smith had a tremendous series. In fact, quite honestly, Will Smith was the number 2 choice for World Series MVP for me. But overall in the World Series this year, Yamamoto, he pitched 17 2/3 innings, had a 1.02 ERA, 15 Ks, and had those three wins. That guy, gang grit salute to Mr. Grit, Yoshinobu Yamamoto. God bless you, man. So glad to watch you pitch, man. Next thing we're going to talk about, we're going to jump into the NFL. And, of course, Cam Little. Got to talk about that. Yesterday at the end of the half, as the clock was running out, Cam Little, who kicked a 70-yard field goal in the preseason, came in and broke the NFL record, kicked a 68-yard field goal as time ran out in the end of the first half. But that's not all, because with 20 seconds left, he kicked a 48-yard field goal to tie the game with Las Vegas, with the Raiders. And then in overtime, after the Raiders failed to capitalize on a 2-point conversion, and that's what ended the game, it turned out the difference in the game, the 1-point difference in the 30-29 score, was Cam Little's extra point. So, gang grit salute, number 2 to Cam Little of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Looking forward to seeing how far you can go, man. With these new kicker rules, I don't know. We might see a 75-yard field goal before too long. Next thing I want to jump into, the Bears and Bengals game. Now, you might think, wow, what a sloppy game. Both defenses, I thought, were pretty lousy. The Bears were holding up okay, and then they just let old man Joe Flacco, bring them down and make it a close game. And of course, at the end of near the end of the game, Flacco threw the touchdown pass to put the Bengals up 42-41 with 58 seconds left. This morning, I'm watching, of course, sports. It's my day off from the day job. I'm working the gang grit sports scene. And so I was watching sports all morning. And, of course, what I kept seeing was all the pundits, not all the pundits, not all of them are goofballs, but quite a few pundits being Monday morning quarterbacks and busted on the Bengals for scoring a touchdown and leaving 58 seconds left on the clock. I don't know about you guys, but I hear this all the time. I see guys going down short of the goal line, giving themselves up to keep the clock running, and most of the time it works out. But here's my point. This wasn't a tie game. It wasn't a 1-point game, a 2-point game in either direction. So when the Bengals had the opportunity to score the touchdown, down 6, you got to take that. You can't pass on that to let the clock run, because there's no guarantee you're going to get back in the end zone. Even if it was a close game, there's no guarantee that the field goal is going to be good. I see it. I see it when the game's really, really close. You got a Pat Mahomes on the other side. You got Josh Allen on the other side. Now Bo Nix is the comeback king this year. You got one of those guys on the other side. Okay, maybe I see it. I still don't agree with it. Don't give up points. If you got a chance to score, you score. Now, the Cincinnati Bengals defense, that's who let the fans down. That's who let the team down. And that's who let the offensive players down, as we were hearing in the after-game interviews from some of the skill players on the Bengals. Not too happy with their defense. Caleb Williams, 58 seconds left, throws a ball to Colston Loveland, 4 Bengals around him. I can't even believe that he caught the ball. Then he just did a little spinorama move, wasn't even anything crazy, and he broke free. He's running down the sideline, 58-yard touchdown, and the Bears go up 47-46. They missed a 2-point conversion. They tried to go up by 3. Smart move, of course. But then here comes Flacco back down the field, and now they need a touchdown. So he's winging it. He's going for it, but, just came up short. Ball got knocked down. The Bears defense finally came up at the end to secure the victory. But my point in all this and sharing all this is, I don't understand this whole idea of giving up points. If you have a chance to score, you need to score. There's no guarantee that, unless you're up, okay, maybe I could see that. If you were up a few points, I could see maybe doing it to run the clock. Or if you could, no, I still don't agree with that. I was going to say, even if you could run it down to 1 second and then kick the field goal, if you were close. But, that's not my point. If you got a chance to score a touchdown, you score a touchdown. Now, bringing up Colston Loveland, that brings me to one last point I want to bring up here. Yesterday, I was watching Fantasy Football Now. Field Yates and Adam Schefter were doing a segment naming their long shots for fantasy football for the day. Field Yates had Torrey Horton for Seattle, and Adam Schefter had Alec Pierce for Indianapolis. So I snapped an image of them on TV with each of their picks as it came up on the screen, and then I screen grabbed the photo of Colston Loveland, tight end for the Bears, and I made an X post out of it, and I gave Field and Adam credit for who they were choosing as their long shots, and I said, but my long shot for the day is Colston Loveland, and I just had a feeling that he was going to break out today. You had Swift, the running back for the Bears, was out. Kyle Menenge, he had a great game. He might be RB1 now. But and he was another guy I had on my radar as a long shot. I played him in my legacy redraft league. But Colston Loveland, I had it figured out that he was going to break out yesterday. He was getting the ball more and more recently. He's healthy. He didn't start out the year healthy. So, I just had a real feeling that he was going to break out. And, of course, he scored 2 touchdowns, had over 100 yards receiving. He's the first rookie tight end for the Bears with over 100 yards receiving since Iron Mike Ditka. That's even before my time. So, that's been a long, long time, 60 years probably since that happened. But, but to give full credit, because that's what we do here at Gang Grit Sports, to give full credit, Field Yates, he nailed it with Torrey Horton. He had 20.8 points. Alec Pierce had 18.5 points. So Adam Schefter had his guy right too. But Colston Loveland beat them all. 31.8 points. I got that on Twitter before the games ever started. X, let's call it what it is. It's X. I got it on X before the games ever started, shared it on Facebook as well. And ironically, I ended up with the best guy, with the best pick. Of course, not going to get any credit on it. And that brings me to my final point. But Gang Grit, salute to Colston Loveland. Great game, kid. Last point, we had our the Memory Yard, our live podcast with my big bro Eddie McGinnis, where we over at Mike's Court in Altoona, and we celebrated the tip-off of the coming 25-26. Actually, it's tonight. Couple of small schools are tipping off the 25-26 men's basketball season, and what we did was we celebrated the tip-off by having kind of a round table of all the teams and some of the players from the past who we loved growing up, who we thought were gritty. Christian Laettner, Mr. Grit. I'm the only one in the world that loves Christian Laettner. But anyways, I digress. We had a great time at the Memory Yard. We want to thank the patrons, with the employees for putting up with us, and a big, huge thank to the legend, Mike Luciano, for hosting us at Mike's Court. We're planning on being back there again for more live broadcasts, so be paying attention for that. Join us in person if you can. We had a few friends pop in, didn't even know that we were doing that. Two of my best friends, Jerry and Gina, came in. They loved it. They sat there. They were smiling from ear to ear. They each gave me a kiss on the cheek. It was a great time. Eddie did fantastic. We had Jackie on cam. We had T on cam. So all in all, it was just a really, really fun night. And hopefully it's something that it's going to catch on and people are going to really like. That being said, I don't know when we're going to do the next one. I might be going over to Eddie's and just doing a Memory Yard episode. Full title is Eddie and George present the Memory Yard, where legends never die. We might do an episode from Eddie's sports room over at his house, because I really want to do an episode about our favorite Thanksgiving Day NFL games. And obviously, if I wait until next month to go back to Mike's Court, it's going to be after Thanksgiving Day. So that's on the agenda. And my final thing is just this. Obviously, this is a complete startup project. I'm doing this on a shoestring, a little bit at a time, but we're improving, and I think that's evident to anybody who's followed along. Getting to the point a lot quicker with our discussions. The equipment's getting better. The production is getting better, and boy, I got more stuff coming in the mail. It's just going to get better and better and better. So my point there is, though, if there's anybody out there, I know we don't have a national reach yet. We don't really even have a local reach yet. But what reach we do have is mostly local. If there's anybody who wants to sponsor Gang Grit Sports as an advertiser or possibly even an investor, please get a hold of me. Get a hold of me on Facebook. Send me a DM. I'd love to get together with you. That's what we're looking for, because we need funds to keep it going, to pay for all this equipment that I'm buying, and hopefully to help me retire from working for other people soon. Don't get me wrong, I love my employers. I really, truly do. And they know I do. But I'm getting up there, want to have more free time to go spend visiting my grandchildren. So this is what I'm doing. I hope that you all will keep following along. Please like, follow, and share on Facebook, Gang Grit Sports. And even if you don't go on X, if you have an X account, please log in at Gang Grit Sports. Go give me a follow, maybe like a few of my posts and share a few of them. Every little bit helps the algorithm. And let's be honest, that very popular word that's been around for years and years and years, but now everybody uses it, the algorithm, that's what sells. So folks, I need your help. I'm asking for it sincerely. I love you. I appreciate you. And I will see you again very soon.